If Boise State or UCF could play Power 5 teams every week, they would. If they could get into Power 5 conferences, they would. If UCF was asked by the ACC tomorrow, do you want to come in? They would say yes. If Boise State could join the Pac-12 tomorrow, they would say yes. But that's not happening, so they can only do what they can do with their schedule. And they're beating the teams that are supposedly above them in power conferences and beating the teams in their conference, but their conferences don't do them any favors. Do you realize that Boise State, playing in the Mountain West, and UCF in the American may not play another ranked opponent again this year? That's not their fault. UCF might have a test against Cincinnati, maybe against Houston, but right now those teams are not ranked. Boise State has some tough matchups annually. They've still got at BYU to go. But, again, their schedule's not doing them any favors this year, and that's not their fault, and that's the problem with college football, is that there is no even way to distribute the schedules. There's no way to say, okay, everybody plays the same type of opponents like the NFL. And so with that, and with only a select number of conference games and non-conference games you can schedule, and not knowing 5 years in advance whether the Power 5 teams that you schedule will be really good or really bad, they're in no man's land, and there is not a track to get in there, and that's a shame. Unfortunately, this is not going to be that year. I mean, UCF could run the table, and you know the committee's not going to put them in the top 4. You just know it. And they're going to use the old adage, the old excuse, well, they didn't play enough ranked opponents. They only played X number of ranked opponents. They only played no ranked opponents, what have you. And you go, yeah, but is that UCF's fault? No, it's not. They'd want to play everybody, but they can't. Is that Boise State's fault? No, but they don't have a choice. And that's what really bothers me about the college football process, is that it is virtually impossible for these group of 5 schools like that to get themselves out and in front of the committee and say, see, our resume is good enough, because they want to have a better resume, but they are kind of shackled by their inherent restraints. But they're really good this year. UCF and Boise State are really good this year.